I have had it! For 2 years, this idiot has been chasing me. Now it's my turn to finally get revenge. Yeah, how does it feel being run down by my steel behemoth coming at you at 1,000,000 miles per hour? Not so tough now. Anyways, hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today, I've discovered that I have an uncontrollable urge to spread negativity, and to satiate it, I must complain about doors. You see, with the recently released content update, the Seek chases in the mines were overhauled, and I don't think I'm too happy with a lot of the changes made to them. Now, don't get me wrong, the new sewers chase is sick as hell, but there are some areas which I do think should be improved. So, in this video, I'll be providing my feedback and suggestions for the Mine Seek Chase changes, as well as explanations for why I think they should be updated again. So, with all of that being said, let's begin. Alright, so the first change which I was not happy about was that both Seek chases in the mines were shortened. The first chase, involving the minecart, previously started at room 140 and ended at room 150. However, now it starts at room 142, with the 2 rooms removed have been converted into normal rooms covered in eyes which act as a hint that Seek is arriving. Now, just 2 rooms being removed doesn't seem like a lot, but if you've played both versions of the chase before and after the content update, you will notice the difference. I was always a really big fan of this Seek chase, mostly because of how cool the minecart section was, so shortening it removes a lot of the time players get to spend with such a cool area, for seemingly no reason too. Now, the chase sequence just feels really short, which really wasn't an issue prior to the update. So I believe that its length should be reverted to what it originally was, where the actual chase itself starts at door 140 instead of 142. I will say though, having some rooms contain Seek's eyes prior to the actual chase to act as a hint that Seek is coming is quite a cool concept. So if it really does need to be present, those eyes could just appear in rooms 138 and 139, as that way they don't cut into the actual time spent doing the very well done chase sequence. Moving on, I also mentioned that the sewer Seek chase was shortened as well, and I also am not a fan of that. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely prefer this new sewer chase over the old one due to its much more stunning visuals, and how the Queen Grumble is now part of it. But spending so little time actually experiencing the chase per each run does kind of hinder it. Another complaint I had with the new sewer chase is how easy it is compared to its original version. There are almost no branching pathways in the sewer tunnels for players to get confused on, and given how Doors is a trial and error game which gets more difficult as the playthrough progresses, I'd assume that the second chase would be harder than the first, but that doesn't really seem to be the case anymore. Fortunately though, there is a relatively simple solution for both of those problems, and that is to simply extend the sewer chase by adding back old rooms from the original version of the chase sequence. Here is my idea. Essentially, the first part of the chase where you navigate through a fork in the road would remain the same. However, the part where you must bash through doors and sewer tunnels would be partially replaced by a modified version of the old sewer chase. The Queen Grumble encounters would still exist, just like before the update. The main purpose would be, however, to navigate through the various branching paths, just like it was before, with the added engagement of knocking down a gate door every so often. Additionally, I also think those large pipe rooms requiring you to jump should also be re-added, as that way even more engagement is created by reintroducing the jumping mechanic. Really, I think the best possible way to improve this chase is just to make it longer and more difficult by merging it with the old chase prior to the content update. And if it takes up too many normal rooms with normal doors, it could instead be replaced by unnumbered gate doors that can be bashed down. Lastly, the final thing I want to discuss is the Queen Grumble itself in the sewer chase sequence. I will just say that I absolutely love the Queen Grumble and Seek's dynamic in the second chase. How they seemingly fight over the player is super interesting, but I wish we saw more of it in-game. You see, although I know that technically the Queen Grumble can actually kill you in the chase, they mostly just seem like a decoration which acts as a scare rather than an actual threat. So, I believe that in tandem with the sewer Seek chase being extended by merging it with its pre-content update version, I think that its Queen Grumble should become more threatening. One idea I had is, what if you are going down a tunnel before the Queen Grumble bursts out and begins chasing you, causing you to backtrack into a path branching off to the side slightly behind you. Or what if at some point Seek gets blocked off from you by the Queen Grumble, so then the roles switch, meaning the Queen Grumble now chases you and Seek pops in every now and then to attempt to catch you? Or what if the Queen Grumble actually pops out of some paths and you must narrowly avoid their reach, as if they act like Seek's hands from the Hotel Seek chase? It is stuff like this which I really like, and I hope that the Queen Grumble gets more of a spotlight in this chase sometime in the future. As right now, they aren't really much of a threat because Guiding Light shows you how to perfectly avoid them. So, to summarize, my personal opinion is that although I really like the new Sewer Seek chase, I despise how the length of both it and the first Mine Seek chase were reduced. So, to fix that, I'd say just completely revert the first Mine Seek chase to its original version, and then make the second one contain a mix of its current and pre-content update version to make it longer and to make it more difficult, as right now it is really easy. So with all of that being said, let me know in the comments what you think of these changes, and thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.